A cocaine-fueled menace.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Can you do it in your shirt or something that would like keep it from propelling? I can really smell it. But I can smell it. Just do it in your shirt, maybe. That would help block some of the particles.
Kellie wanted me to do it in my shirt to keep it from propelling. Hello, Tiffany Tippin. We're going to make this an abbreviated hello. There will be a lot of brevity and alacrity in this setup today. Hello, Christy Bazemore. Hello, Hector Wasabi. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Kara. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Sam. I am. Hello, Darla. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Hunter. Beautiful people. Hello, Evangelina Gora. Hello, Easy. Hello, Christy Vice. Christy, I do not have any association or, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Let me think about your question a little bit more. Hello, Vet. Hello, Maria. Hello, Sarah Reed Spencer.
I should go get my pair of eyewear because I'm going to be doing a spot for them real quick. Where's my mic cover? Oh, it's on the floor.
Hello. Hello, Juan. Hello, Jewel. Hello, Jewel Khan. All right. Hello, I'm Jewel. I think Jewel is a first timer to the room. Why does it look so fuzzy?
I'm going to take advantage and get the, what I was thinking. I didn't get the clip-on frames with them. Okay. Are these cute?
All right, ready to do it?
Mm-hmm. Testing 1, 2. Testing, testing, testing. You don't have your earbuds in, so it doesn't matter. I'm saying that.
You gonna do it?
Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2. Testing, testing, testing.
Was accused of being a cocaine-fueled menace. Richard Long. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Richard Long.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Rasberry Evans, along with my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house.
Coming up on 5 years of doing the podcast together. We started about a month before we got married. So in the next couple of weeks, I guess, we'll be coming up on our 5-year anniversary of starting the podcast. I can't remember the exact date. We have to go way back and look at episode 1 and see.
We'll peek behind the kimono. I remember, now that you mentioned that, I remember you and I going somewhere and we ate outdoors on a patio to discuss this podcast idea. And you and I think it was Breadwinners, not an ad, in Dallas. And we had a sandwich. And I was eating a sandwich. And we took a selfie and that of you and I was holding that sandwich. And that kind of became the first version of our logo.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't think that was the right restaurant, but I do remember
Was it
in
not
that
Red-
vicinity.
was it
It was in
Breadwinners?
that vicinity. I remember where it is. It was on Lover's Lane.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I kissed you on the cheek, and that sort of became our first logo
That was our first
for
logo,
the
yeah.
podcast, and here we are.
And we did that for a while, and then, hey man, why don't y'all sit down with the agency? They can help you out with the logo. Hey man.
Yeah. So that's where it all began. But thank you all for being with us. Some of you from the very, very beginning. Some of you found us later. Some, as we learned last week, are going all the way back to the beginning, and there's a few dozen episodes in. So a lot's happened over the past 5 years, but we appreciate y'all being through all of it, some of it, any of it whatsoever.
A lot has happened.
Especially
Especially when you look at pictures of yourself over the last 5-10 years.
Yeah, up and down, up and down.
Good
My hair color is still the same.
Yeah.
Thanks to a box.
Yeah. A box,
A little box of magic. Once every 3 weeks.
A little box of magic.
Yeah. That's one thing that during quarantine, I reminded myself that before I moved to the big city of Dallas, Texas, 28 years ago, I used to do my own hair color. I used to do my own manis and petties. I used to do everything to myself. We didn't, in Florence, almost 3 decades ago, Florence, South Carolina, we didn't have all that stuff. So I just did it myself. And during the pandemic, that reminded me, I can do it. I can do that.
Wait a second. What did you say? You didn't have hair color in Florence?
We didn't really, you could go get your hair colored and stuff, but I remember we just all did it ourselves.
Oh, but you could buy it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
but we just didn't go to the salons to do that. I used to get perms.
Whoa.
But hair color I did on my own. I never did hair color at the salon. I would highlight it myself and I would color it myself and I do my own nails. And I only had one massage in Florence before I moved here. And I was horrified because I went to school with Jerry Paget and his mother was the massage therapist. And I'd never had one before. And it was really awkward. Because the first time you get rubbed, you don't know. I mean, it's just awkward. The first time you do a mani-pedi, it's awkward when somebody's down with your feet the first time. It's just an awkward experience. And especially when it's your schoolmate's mother.
Come give me a hug.
Well, I don't know what.
Finish the lyric. If you're into getting rubbed.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you said getting rubbed.
How is that relevant?
You said getting rubbed. How is that relevant? You're using.
Well, I didn't get it.
You're using a little legal language, and we're going to do our weekly Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial recap.
You need to do a separate podcast for that, Alan.
We're just going to do like we always do, like 5 minutes. Yes, and I've been bombarded with messages saying, "Keep it up. We need to know. We want to know." Yes.
How many?
Dozens.
Be honest.
Dozens.
Right.
I have.
Well, I'll tell you, we're recording this on Monday, and today was so boring. I lost interest.
It was a strange day.
It was so boring.
You want to just start with it and get it out of the way?
I guess. Go ahead.
It was a strange day. There were rumors that Johnny was going to take the stand. He was
on the list.
Yeah, he was going to be called by Amber's team, and
they changed their mind.
I think they did because a lot of the legal analysts, myself included, I was thinking, why would you want to put Johnny back up there? Everybody loves Johnny, so you get to see him again.
Explain himself.
They want to ask him questions about, I always forget the little lawyer's name that supposedly wrote the defamatory comments about Amber.
The ACLU?
Werner, or whatever his name is, Wagner, Johnny's lawyer, the other guy. So they were going to ask him some questions about his conversations with this guy, and that would all be protected by attorney-client privilege. So they're not going to get anything out of him there.
I don't know.
So he would get to go up there and say fraud and hoax and all these kind of words again. I just think it would backfire if they did that.
Well, and they're also running out of time.
And they're running out of time.
And so they have to use what little, I think going into Monday's testimony, they have like 8 hours and some loose change left.
They're just about done.
And they have to use it as best as they can. And they chose to use it with a woman who could project and estimate how much money Amber potentially would have lost if she hadn't had negative press because of this trial, and if she had this crazy on fire career.
According to this woman, she was an entertainment consultant. According to this woman, Johnny lost $0.
Well, that's absolutely not true.
He didn't lose a red cent.
That's absolutely 100% not true.
And then Amber Heard is the next Julia Roberts. Her career was on the rise. She potentially lost millions.
Well, we'll never know.
Well, according to her, you can. That's what you do. You predict the future in her field.
Well, there are a lot of people who are in big movies whose career, and they win Oscars and things like that, and they never go on to have hundreds of millions of dollars in movie contracts. So that was just all a guesstimation on her part. But I just thought the man that did the cross-examination for Johnny's team was so bumbling and stumbling and halting. And I was just like cringing. It just felt sloppy. And, I'm reading some comments on Twitter and stuff, and some people thought it was awesome. And I'm like, I was not in that camp at all. Some people felt like he was purposely trying to drag it out to get to the end of the day, because it sounded like
they're working on the shot clock.
Yeah, he was purposely dragging it out, but it was painful and gut wrenching.
Yeah.
We all just want, Camille or whatever her name was to come back.
Camille.
Camille's like a best. So she should do everything from here on out. But that man today They all lost me today. I was bored out of my mind.
Well, I think the big news of today was there's a psychiatrist that testified. His name's Dr. Spiegel or something like that.
He was very ornery.
There are already t-shirts. I looked on internet. There are already t-shirts out that say, "I survived Dr. Spiegel's testimony."
Yeah.
This guy.
He looks like the professor from Back to the Future.
Oh, he's got total Christopher Lloyd vibes.
Yeah.
And he just, I don't know. He was combative. He didn't brush his hair. And this is your big moment,
This is
dude.
big. Well,
This is your big moment.
Okay. Well,
brush your damn hair.
Everybody was saying the same thing about the psychiatrist that testified for Team Johnny, who just threw her hair up in a mussy bun.
Well, when you look like Mrs. America, that's all you throw it up in a mussy bun. This guy looked like the fake Christopher Lloyd. He called Johnny Depp an idiot.
I don't know if you can do that.
That's not professional. That's not professional. So they grilled him about that.
It wasn't very likable.
Not in the courtroom today. In one of his depositions, he called Johnny Depp an idiot, and he tried to walk that back and say, "Well, I was actually talking about his behavior, like taking an all-nighter and then showing up the morning before a deposition was idiotic behavior. So I was saying his behavior was idiotic." Well, you actually said he was an idiot.
Well, is a person exhibiting idiotic behavior also an idiot?
Well, that's beside the point, because he called Johnny Depp an idiot. So he had to try to walk that back. And then I guess they started the day with a hand doctor. Hello, hand. And he said there's no way that Johnny Depp had a vodka bottle thrown at him. That didn't happen.
I don't know the laws of physics on that. So.
Then they showed him pictures of broken vodka bottles, and he just kind of
sticking to his story.
Ears attached to his shoulder blades, and I'm sticking to my story.
That's what I was hired to do, was testify on behalf of Amber Heard's team.
$5,000 per day. So when you're getting $5,000,
they get him to testify to that?
Yeah, you have to answer that. So when you're getting $5,000 a day, you're a freaking puppet. You're
and I'll come back tomorrow too.
Trained freaking monkey.
I'll come back tomorrow if need be.
Yes.
Well, that was for the most part today. We know that Kate Moss is going to be called to the stand.
Wednesday.
I think she's going to be by video though, which is disappointing. I'd like to see her in the courtroom. That'd be fun.
How she's aged.
Oh, she looks great.
She does?
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see her in the courtroom and see if there's still any kind of connection or chemistry. But that would be interesting. And then I think closing arguments are set for Friday. So we'll see how that goes. But time is ticking down, and we'll have a verdict hopefully next week, and we can all move on with our lives.
Yeah. I just stumbled on, since I've been doing so much Johnny Depp research, I stumbled on it, and I sent it to you. It was an old YouTube video, a David Letterman interview from 2006.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. He talked about how he found his island and bought his island. And he's 43 in this video. And I swear, babe, he looks like, how does he look? He looks like he's 25.
Yeah. Yeah. He's so cute. I hope he gets everything figured out, because regardless of how the outcome, he struggles with addiction and things like that.
Yeah.
And he seems like such a sweet soul. Everybody says that when he's sober, and that he is a sweet, gentle, giving soul. So hopefully he's conquered the monster, as he keeps referring to.
I've said it 100 times. Last thing I'm going to say, I've said it 100 times. He's not a saint by any means, but he is a vulnerable, very generous, very wealthy man.
Yes.
Who got in a situation, a toxic relationship, and it blew up, and it just did not work out in his favor.
Yeah.
And this is what we're dealing with now.
Yeah. And we'll see what the jury decides. Eventually, the court of public opinion seems to be swaying for Team Johnny. But, our podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Online therapy. I know a lot of people need therapy after this trial. Man, it's been an emotional roller coaster. But life can be overwhelming, and many people, they're burned out and maybe don't even realize it. Symptoms can include a lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped. Maybe you're feeling detached or just fatigued all the time. Well, you could be burned out. And we often associate that with work, but that's not the only cause of burnout. Any of our roles in life can lead us to feel that way. And BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you, you got to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing the stressors in your life and get the coping skills and tools you need to manage that stress. We're not going to be able to avoid stress altogether. There's just no way to avoid it, but you can learn the tools so you don't get those symptoms of burnout, and you can have a happy, productive life. Alan and I are both very big proponents of therapy, and we love that BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, even live chat sessions with your therapist. You don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
And this podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and a Sandwich and Some Lovin' listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/sandwich. That's BetterHelp.com/sandwich.
Thank you, Alan. So really quickly, I was just looking at some headlines today. Earlier this month, on May 6th, 3 people who were vacationing in the Bahamas at this all-inclusive Sandals resort, the Sandals Emerald Bay on Great Exuma Island. I think is how you say it, Great Exuma.
Okay.
They were couples in their 60s. 68-year-old Michael Phillips, his 65-year-old wife, Robbie. They were from Tennessee. They were found deceased in their villa. And then 64-year-old Vincent Chiarella of Florida also passed away. His wife, 65-year-old Donis Chiarella, was rushed to, they were in the Bahamas. They got her back to a hospital in Miami, and she has been discharged. Initial pathologist reports say it looks like it was carbon monoxide poisoning. Out.
Really?
Yeah. And the family, of course, wants to have a second autopsy done by, this was done by someone in the Bahamas. They want somebody from, the US, I'm sure, to conduct another autopsy. But those are the answers that, well, maybe the final answers. It hasn't been verified yet, but that looks like the initial results are going to show that it was carbon monoxide. And this is not the first time we've heard of that. Families have gone on vacation in different parts of, Mexico and things like that, and have had this happen. And how do you protect yourself? Do we need to start carrying? This is what we're going to have to start doing. Portable, little battery operated carbon monoxide detectors, and taking them with us when we go abroad.
Any idea where that came from?
Well, it was we don't know yet. That was just what I saw today in the news. They were staying in private villas, and, just that day, one of the couples, they've been posting online about how beautiful and breathtaking it was. And, we know this is an expensive resort, but it's worth it. You got to, come and see the water. It's just, everything's first class here. But they were complaining of being really sick and nauseous. And they went to they have usually a doctor on site, sent them back to their rooms. And it was not a good consequence there. They ended up passing away. And they were saying there was like swelling and vomiting, and they were just, it was just awful. What an awful way to die. But I always thought carbon monoxide poisoning, I thought you just died in your sleep, like it was a peaceful thing, but apparently not. They said that these people were like having violent physical reactions to it.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I did used to work for a company that made gas appliances, and CO poisoning was something that was always something that needed to be talked about, and
well, I'm gonna tell you
because it's colorless,
odorless,
it's
tasteless.
And you can't see it, smell it, or whatever, and it's fatal if you ingest too much of it.
I'm telling you, we're going to start packing a battery operated carbon monoxide detector, because that's scary stuff.
I know some people that have, well, I don't know them personally. I've heard of people that have passed because of carbon monoxide poisoning when they light a charcoal grill inside. That's another way to emit CO that a lot of people they may just totally go brain dead, and they think they can, for whatever reason, heat their home with a charcoal grill, But
people have done that, when they're really cold. You can't do that either. So just really sad, but the family needs answers, the resort needs answers, and I'm sure there's more to come. But I just saw that in the news today, and I thought I would pass that along in case anyone was wondering about that. Also out today, honey, Time Magazine has released their the Time 100 list for 2022. And these are the 100 most influential people in the world, artists, icons, in politics, etc. Time Magazine. And they say, just, influential doesn't always mean good. you can be influential in bad ways, right? In fact, he said, the CEO and editor-in-chief said, influence, of course, may be for good or for ill, a dichotomy never more visible than in this year's Time 100, which includes both Vladimir Putin and Vladimir Zelensky, the Russian dictator behind the brutal war, and his foe, the Ukrainian president, whose leadership has made him a rare heroic figure in our divisive time. So, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be good guys. It can be bad guys, bad women, good women.
Well, where are they
on this list?
Where are they on the list?
I don't know that they rank them in order of importance. They divide them up into artists, innovators, titans, leaders, icons, and pioneers. I don't know how they differentiate because, like, I was just looking through the list, and as far as innovators, Zendaya, who I would think would be an artist, they put her on the innovators list.
The girl in Spider-Man?
Yeah, and she's also on that TV show about drugs and stuff, and I can't remember the name right now. So let's see, just going through some of the influential people.
Okay.
Not all of them. It's 100, y'all. As far as the artists go, Simu Liu, who was in Shang-Chi. He was the first Asian.
Sorry, I'm not familiar.
You saw Shang-Chi with me?
I'm just not familiar.
That Disney one with the dragons and stuff and the 5. Yeah, you saw it with me.
I did?
Yes. Shang-Chi, the Disney movie with the Asian superhero. And the rings.
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Crazy.
No, it's just.
Took the boys.
It's been a while.
Yes,
we enjoyed that, didn't we?
Apparently not. You enjoyed it as much as you forgot.
Wait a second. Was he in it?
He was the lead.
Oh, he was?
Andrew Garfield, one of the 3 Spider-Mans.
I do know Big Andy Garfield.
Zoe Kravitz, who starred as Catwoman.
I know Zoe Evans.
Sarah Jessica Parker, who revived Sex and the City with the reboot. Amanda Seyfried, Quinta Brunson, Pete Davidson.
Wait a minute. Is this one of these pay-to-play things?
No. These are people that they have deemed have made an influence. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to do all of them. Channing Tatum.
Big Chan Tatum.
List. Moving down to innovators, I already mentioned Zendaya. Miranda Lambert.
Okay.
She's an innovator, honey. Josh Wardle.
I don't know him.
He created Wordle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, why did he create Wardle?
He did a play on his name and made it Wordle.
Oh.
What else? Titans. Tim Cook.
Yeah.
The Apple CEO. Oprah. Michelle Yeoh. She was in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
She was the beautiful martial artist from that. Kris Jenner.
Okay.
Who just is in Italy, I think, celebrating her daughter Courtney's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, did you see any of those photos from that wedding? Courtney and Travis Barker. Sponsored by Dolce & Gabbana.
Oh, really?
Everything was Dolce & Gabbana. Everything. All the sisters were wearing vintage Dolce & Gabbana, new Dolce & Gabbana. A lot of Catholics are really coming down hard on Courtney because they said that she was using a lot of, now I don't know what religion she is. I know Travis Barker says he was raised Catholic and he has the Virgin Mary, on his skull tattooed there. And she had her veil hand embroidered with a gigantic Virgin Mary on the back of it. I don't know. I haven't really dived into why people are so offended, but people are looking for reasons to be offended. But, you can go look on her Instagram if you want to see all of Courtney and Travis's wedding pictures. They got legally married in the States.
Well, what was it? Was it the fashion that was offensive?
It was fashion. I don't know. I think they said she was
dressed like a nun or something?
No, she's wearing a mini skirt. But I don't know. I guess maybe they thought they were being a bit vulgar. Okay. I don't know. As far as the leaders, we go back to Zelensky and Putin on this list, but also Joe Rogan. He's been very influential. He's making a lot of lists this year. Spotify signed him to this multi hundreds of millions of dollars of contracts. And then everybody tried to get him canceled, but he's still there.
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, Joe Biden. I'm just skimming.
Come on, man.
Letitia James. Moving on to icons.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige.
Wait a second. I thought you had a big issue. You took issue with this.
I don't have issue with her making this list. I have said a long time ago, I just don't get Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. There's a lot of things I don't get.
She's like called the godmother of soul or something like that.
Wow.
No,
Wow.
why are you saying wow?
That's a big statement.
I think that's the title. It's something like that.
Because the godfather of soul.
I think I might be wrong, but I think that's her, James Brown. But she, and I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And she keeps winning all the awards. So I am in the minority on that.
No, I'm with you, babe. The older I get, the less I get.
Of Mary J. Blige or general?
In general, the less stuff I get. Yeah, for sure.
Keanu Reeves made the icons list.
Love Keanu
100%.
Love Keanu.
I love him as a human being. Adele.
When did Adele get so hot?
You mean hot looking or hot career-wise?
Hot looking.
So you're saying you did not find her hot heavier only now? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, it's beautiful.
That's not what I said.
That's what I heard.
Oh, okay.
John Batiste. And then to Pioneers. Let's look ahead to Pioneers. Questlove, who is the leader of the band for Jimmy Fallon. I'm not going to know who these people are because I don't keep up.
Boy, you're getting into some
these are like obscure names. Literally, that's the name I recognize right off the bat. I need to read up on more of these people. Eileen Gu.
Emily Oster invented the white toaster.
No, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right.
Okay.
There's a lot of really interesting people on this list. So you can go to time.com if you want to check out the full list of 100. See how you feel about it. I don't know how they pick it. I don't know if it's just the editor-in-chief by himself. It's like, who picks the sexiest man alive every year for People? Who picks the most beautiful woman every year?
Still wondering why it's not me.
It's always like, who is on this committee?
Haven't you nominated me for this?
Who's got the biggest publicist? It's just, I don't know how they choose these things.
How come you and I haven't been nominated for those lists?
Well, we can do our own list.
No. Most beautiful people.
We could come up with our own list and nominate ourselves.
One of our very best customers, Hannah Herb, calls us beautiful people.
That's nice of her.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
You know what else is nice?
What?
You're going to do a little bit of this.
I am. Listen, y'all, I've got, I love ordering eyeglasses online, especially with Pair Eyewear, because you can go on and try them on virtually. And I think this pair that I'm wearing right now, my Pair Eyewear, are so cute. They are. I needed some readers. I had LASIK, so I don't always need help reading. I just needed like a 0.5, just something to help when my eyes get tired or, reading those little teeny tiny prescription bottles. So I went to Pair Eyewear and I found the shape perfect for my face. It's called the Kirby frame. And that's for a wide head person like myself. Pair Eyewear also has frames for narrow faces, for average size faces. They have them for men, for women, and for children as well. It's so fun to try on the frames virtually. But here's the fun part about Pair. Pair has a magnetic base frame. So you can buy all these other covers to put on top of your frames, and you're always switching them out. Isn't that genius? I see the woman on TV who created this, and I'm like, why didn't I think of this? This was a problem, and she solved it. Because one pair of eyeglasses, how is that supposed to go with every outfit you have in your closet, with every mood that you're trying to convey that day? And Pair Eyewear has some really gorgeous collections. So you start off with the base frame. They start at $60. That includes prescription lenses. You buy these toppers that you can just snap on. They're magnetic. They have a Van Gogh collection. They have a bridal collection, Alan.
Wow.
They have a Sesame Street collection. They have a Batman and Spider-Man collection.
Street collection?
Yes. I'm telling you, this is exciting.
Oh, they're Snuffleupagus frames.
I'm sure they do.
Sure
and they probably spell it correctly and say it correctly. But every frame comes in 6 different colorways. I got the blue tortoise. I just thought it was really nice. And, I always get black. So I was really happy with that. You pick the base frame and then your top frames, and you can build a collection to match your personality. And for every pair purchase, Pair provides glasses and vision care for children around the world. Go check it out. You're going to love.
So get glasses as unique as you are. One pair, infinite style, starting at just $60. Go to paireyewear.com/sandwich for 15% off your first purchase. That's 15% off at paireyewear.com/sandwich.
And it's the nicest case that comes with them too.
Wow, that's value
it's very
add.
Nice. Isn't that a nice case?
Wow,
I got the 0.5 with also blue blockers.
Looks like it might be rich Corinthian leather too. Oh, very
I
nice.
don't know. I don't know if it's leather, but it's really cool
Oh.
and colorful. I
Very-
love it.
very
I'm very
colorful.
happy with Pear. Thank you, Pear Eyewear.
Very colorful. Hey, we've got
All
a
right.
14-year-old in the house now.
We do. We do.
Cole turned 14 yesterday.
May the 22nd.
May
Nicole's
22nd.
14th birthday. And of course, it's been 100 degrees with 100% humidity for the past 3 weeks. People
Yeah.
are commenting on how unbelievably
Right.
hot it got so quickly
Yes.
in May. And so we planned a pool party
Yeah.
for Cole.
Which is, you'd think you could do in late May
late May
in Texas.
especially since it got so hot so early in late May. And what happened on Sunday, May 22nd?
Got a cold front come in.
A big one.
Had to heat the pool.
It was
I
freezing.
had to heat the pool.
Unbelievable. But I saw like in Colorado, it must be that
Dang.
same front that came through Colorado, where the temperature dropped like 60 degrees in one day.
I was out in Salina, Texas, God's country, which is it's a small area, pretty far north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, for Dylan's baseball games on Saturday.
Mhm.
Sitting there sweating. It was hot. Waiting, they were warming up. And over the course of a couple of hours, it went from being unbearably hot to super comfortable, like a perfect day. This was very gradually. Then all of a sudden it got overcast and windy,
Yeah.
and people were running to their cars. Seriously, they were running to their cars to grab sweatshirts, blankets, and I had nothing. So I watched
We don't watch local weather a lot, so we had no idea this was happening, obviously.
I watched that second game in a t-shirt and shorts, and I almost did the bit where you
Put your arms inside
put your
the shirt.
arms inside the shirt,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to look like a 6-year-old, so I just kind of tried to
Tough it out.
tough it out and fight through it.
Well, the next day, because our youngest Dylan still had a baseball tournament, I took. Okay, Emma Kelly's mouthing to me in sign language. She's
We have
leaving.
teenagerous grumpus and teenagers.
Come here, teenagers in the house. This is Emma Kelly and her
Oh, okay,
friend
here we
Ava.
have some impromptu podcast
Yeah, we're recording the
content here.
podcast.
We have
Come
some
here.
teenagers coming in. Here
Emma
they
Kelly
are.
is 15 now.
They must want something to eat.
Ava, are you 14, 15?
15.
15 already. Ava's already had her birthday. And that's Emma Kelly. What were you trying to sign language to me?
Ava's taking me to
Talk into the microphone.
Ava's taking me to dinner.
Ava's taking
okay.
you to dinner. Didn't I just buy you both Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
All right. Where are y'all going, Ava?
Flying fish.
Oh, I love flying fish.
Okay.
Y'all are ever in Dallas? Flying fish. is
Flying
awesome.
fish.
All right. Well, tell your mom I'll Venmo her.
Okay. Bye, Miss Kelly. Bye,
Bye.
bye,
Bye.
podcast.
podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, girls.
Bye, Alan.
Bye.
There you go.
Okay, there they go.
Okay,
There they
so
go.
I had to take Dylan because it was Cole's birthday and we're having this pool party, but Dylan had a baseball tournament. I said, okay, I'll take Dylan to the baseball tournament Sunday so you can be here to celebrate Cole's birthday with the family, which I thought was the right move to make.
Yeah, I mean, that was really. I
Well,
guess
you have no other choice,
thing
right?
we could do. So,
But I was prepared for the cold front. So I
Yeah.
had a blanket, I had a long sleeve shirt, I had a jacket. So I was good to go.
but it ended up being a nice enough day. It got up to
Nice
like
enough.
75. The boys, or let's see, Cole had a couple.
Not where we were. It got up to like 64, I think.
Cole had a couple of buddies over. We heated the pool. Cole's cousins came over, so it was a fun party. My mom and dad, his uncle, and his aunt.
And your mom made traditional birthday pancit.
She made pancit, so everybody has good luck. And Coley, if you're wondering what you get a 14-year-old boy for his birthday, he wanted a Michael Jordan jersey, because I've told him about the greatness of Michael Jordan. He loves Michael Jordan now. He wanted a LaMelo Ball jersey.
Is he for Charlotte? 'Cause I know
He
we
plays
had,
for Charlotte.
yeah, I knew we had him a Charlotte Hornets jersey.
Yeah, and he likes LaMelo Ball, so I got him that, or we got him that. And then the big thing
Shoes.
was he wanted a pair of Air Jordans.
Yeah.
And they're these special black and white ones with kind of the white is a little bit iridescent,
Oh,
and the soles are white. They look like shoes that I would just want to put in my office, like on a table, and just look at them.
okay.
But
He's going to wear them.
I guess he's going to wear them.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather him tell us things like that than V-Bucks because I'm so tired of giving that kid V-Bucks.
I've noticed
that's all he wants.
I've noticed that slowed down.
Good.
The V-Bucks has slowed down.
I think now he's getting 14, 15, heading into that. He's going to start caring about fashion.
I think
and
so.
girls.
A little more. Yeah.
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 Oh.
So anyway,
Why'd you say yeah like that and laughed? You chuckled.
I don't know. Those boys are funny. I ordered pizza, and Cole had two buddies over, and they were wet. So I went out there. I said, "Hey, you guys want me to bring you out a couple of pieces of pizza?" And they're all like, "Yeah." So I run them 2 pieces of pizza and these little Dr. Peppers that Kellie buys. And they kind of looked at me like,
That's it.
that's it.
You
So-
forget these are growing boys
Right.
now.
And one of Cole's friends, babe, he's on Cole's baseball team. He's bigger than I am.
I know.
I mean, he's taller than I am.
Yeah.
He's bigger than I am. So they eat that pizza in about 1 second, and then I'm back inside. They all come in. The 3 of them come in shirtless. They didn't say a word. It was like 3 of them in a row. They walk over to where all the pizzas are. All 3 of them slap 4 pieces on their plates. And,
Yeah.
and then they all took that outside.
Yeah.
So they ended up eating 6 pieces apiece.
Yeah.
And then did you hear the big controversy with Larry?
No. Oh yeah, you told me.
Larry
the dog.
Larry found a piece of pizza outside. He brought it in. And he was making a run for it.
Yeah. Did he win?
Well, he would not give it back. He was running around the house with this piece of pizza.
So cute.
And JD was chasing him. And then when JD would get close, he'd growl at JD. I'm like, what
you
is?
don't take food from a dog.
Well, then the alpha wolf goes over. I'm like, Larry, what are you doing? And then I just reached down and he dropped it.
Why don't you let him have it? He worked so hard for it.
Because he would crap all over the house. If he ate a piece of pizza, he would literally crap
Larry.
all over the house.
For once, he was going to come out the victor, and you robbed him of that moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, and Cole wanted a cookie cake. So he got his cookie
gosh.
cake. He got his pizza.
Man, those things are so good.
Very good. I apparently did not leave enough snacks for everyone. I figured for a pool party,
Yes.
chips and pizza. What else do you need?
I am glad you
Should
brought
I have
this
done
up.
a charcuterie? Should I have done different variations of dips?
So we were
Artichoke?
Well, here's the deal.
Spinach?
We were running around like crazy to get this party ready, to get Kellie and Dylan to where they're going for baseball. So Kellie put out,
I had a couple bags of
2
Lay's
bags of
potato
Lay's
chips.
potato chips. That's all we had.
Chips.
So when
It's a 14-year-old's birthday party.
So when my sister shows up, and my sister, now I'm going to tell you, my sister, when she throws a party,
She throws a
she
party.
does it right.
She puts out a spread.
She puts out a spread. She has little decorations. I mean, she really knows how to throw a party. I will give her that. But she comes in and starts giving me the business. Like, where's the dip? And I'm like, what dip? She's like, the dip. You got chips, but there's no dip. I'm like, they're freaking Lay's chips. I don't know.
I don't feel like Lay's plain potato chips needs dip. Ruffles requires dip. Plain Lay's are too thin and fragile for dip.
Babe, I was hearing it from everybody. There's no dip. We don't have any dip.
Well, I
So then they
apparently
said-
failed as a hostess, and I wasn't even here.
So they said, you have any like corn tortilla chips? Because you have salsa. So we put that out.
I told you to squirt some ranch in a bowl.
I know.
That was dip.
Well, I texted Kellie and I said, man, I am taking some serious heat. They're saying I don't have any dip. Kellie says, tell them to put some ranch in a bowl.
That's right.
And then I told Amanda that, and she's like, wow, is Kellie mad at me? I'm like, I don't know. This is between you two. Because now.
Yeah, you don't stir the pie ever.
Because now she
I
thinks
just
her
thought for-
parties.
I mean, I wasn't here.
Right.
I was trying to I just grabbed some potato chips and I was like, you're ordering pizza. We got a cookie, cake, and chips. It's a pool party. What was I supposed to do? Apparently a lot more. Let me just tell you, next time we host something, you just wait. You just wait.
And I also forgot he's gluten intolerant, so he couldn't have any pizza. He couldn't have any chips. I bought a 12-pack of beer, and I totally forgot he can't drink beer because it's got gluten in it.
And nobody drank beer. It was a kid's pool party.
I know. Well, I thought, Dr. Moss and JD would drink a beer, or my dad would drink a beer.
Nobody.
And then I failed miserably on the iced tea because I don't typically make a lot of tea at home. I use 3 tea bags for a gallon.
Mm.
So it ended up looking kind of like water with a brown crayon dipped in it,
I told you to stop and buy a jug.
And my dad always has my back. Okay. He's like, son, it's still good. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. I know it sucks, but you're drinking it, aren't you? So he drank about
tainted water.
Drank about half of that.
Well, I'm sorry. I dropped the ball. It was my fault. I'll take blame for it.
Really?
I should have served more than plain Lay's potato chips and pizza and a cookie cake.
So
it's my fault.
Do you feel bad?
I do. I
You
feel
do?
like that's a big mark
Uh-huh.
on my hosting report card.
Do you have anything to say to your sister-in-law and
I
brother-in-law?
apologize, and I should just wait till the next party. That's all I can say.
You know,
I will make up for it because not only Do I feel bad about it? You make me feel worse.
Oh no.
That's what you do.
No, we're
Y'all,
joking.
I know y'all are joking, but it ends up hurting people's feelings when and I know, but it's like, well, y'all were making fun that there wasn't anything here, and that's a reflection on me.
No, it was a reflection on me because I was the only one here. And to be completely transparent, I'm the one that kind of started this bit because one time we went to my sister's. Well, a couple of times. I do this every time I go to my sister's. She was serving burgers. And I think all she had was the only fixings she had was like ketchup, tomatoes, and lettuce. So I could start giving her the business. I'm like, where's
y'all do that to each other?
I'm like, where's the cheese? Where's the bacon? You got any barbecue sauce? So I start doing that.
Right.
And she gets defeated like you are
right. And it hurts your feelings after a while because there is an element of underlying truth in that you think we have dropped the ball.
You haven't dropped the ball.
Obviously, I did.
No.
Obviously, I did. But I'll tell you one thing: it will never happen again.
Oh, you're gonna have 58.
It will never happen again.
You're gonna have 58 kinds of dip.
You wait.
How much dip?
You wait. Gonna be lots of options and condiments.
Yes, because we're king condiment.
It's true.
King and queen condiment.
I love condiments. I just didn't think for a pool party that was necessary. But how I was wrong. Did you know that speaking of burgers?
Yes.
What a coincidence you brought that up because you had no idea I was going to bring this up.
No.
May 28th is National Burger Day, which is
it really?
The Saturday before Memorial Day. That's the Memorial Day weekend. And I guess they name it that. Maybe it's because it's always on the Saturday Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if it's always May 28th or the Saturday Memorial Day weekend because a lot of parties happen that day, right? We have ours traditionally on actual Memorial Day. But because of that, Heinz is doing a big contest called Art of the Burger. But it is a worldwide competition. It's not just, it's going to be a lot of people competing. But they're trying to find the best burger creation. And the winning burger will be featured on BurgerFi menus. What is BurgerFi? I don't even know what BurgerFi is. Burger Fi? Has anybody heard of that before?
I have not.
Is it Burger Fee or Burger Fi? It's going to be on the fall menus. And the winner also gets $25,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And then 50 runners up will get some Heinz Art of the Burger swag. Who cares? You want the 25 grand.
Care about the swag.
If you have an amazing burger recipe, you can submit a photo. And then I guess, I don't know, go to HeinzArtOfTheBurger.com to get the details on that. But they say you have until July 12th, so you have time. And you can also post on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag HeinzArtBurger and hashtag contest. But go to HeinzArtOfTheBurger.com if you want to get more details. And I would love it. Wouldn't that be funny if a Sandwich and Some Lover listener won a hamburger contest and 25 grand? And break me off a little something for giving you the heads up.
Whoa! Cut in the big girl or the big guy 10%, huh?
Why not? And speaking of burgers, one more little side note on burgers. For the first time in their 58-year history, Arby's is putting a burger on the menu for a limited. I like Arby's. They just don't have as many as they used to. Let me tell you what, Arby's, I don't think they're doing it anymore. For a while, they were doing sub sandwiches. Those were the best sub sandwiches I have ever put in my mouth. They were so good. And I haven't had one in a long time. But this is a limited edition Wagyu steakhouse burger. They say it's 50% larger than the McDonald's quarter pounder, which is their largest burger on the McDonald's menu. Arby's burger will be topped with American cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, red onions, and a special burger sauce. I bet it's their Arby's sauce. Don't they have horsey sauce? Is that what they call it at Arby's? It's horsey. So, yeah. I bet that's what it is. All served on a toasted brioche bun. And they say this is the highest quality burger the fast food market has ever seen. It's available now through July 31st at participating locations nationwide. If you can find them, I couldn't even tell you where the nearest Arby's is to me. I can't find them anymore. But I'd love to have one of those sub sandwiches again. Those are so good.
I'm not a fan of Arby's. And you know what?
And they had those spiral fries that were so good.
You know what is thrown around way too much now is Wagyu. Okay, if you're at Arby's and you're the marketing guys and you're like, let's tell them there's Wagyu in there's no Wagyu in that freaking burger.
Well, they wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. You can't say that. It would be false advertising and they could be sued.
It used to be that Wagyu were these hand massaged calves from Japan, and it was, $200 an ounce.
Well, I think they've kind of diluted it down now.
Yeah, it's been dumbed down. It's
like champagne.
It's been dumbed way down.
Unless it's from the Champagne region of France, you have to call it sparkling wine, but everybody calls it champagne anyway. That kind of thing, maybe.
I did a business dinner one time in Vegas, and we ordered like 4 or 5 bottles of wine, and it was at a steakhouse. And me and my friends got Wagyu beef, and it literally, babe, it was like $175 an ounce.
Hey, but it was on the company dime.
Oh, we were like, yeah, give me.
care?
I have a 12-ounce Wagyu ribeye.
See, I'm that person on the company trip that gives everybody the side eye. I'm like, our boss has to pay for this.
Amen.
People take advantage.
Ah.
Not me, not Kellie Rasberry.
Get you a
I'm
popcorn.
looking out.
Get you a popcorn and a Sprite.
I'm
You
looking
can't have
out
anything
for the
else.
boss
Amen.
man. Hey, listen, if you are trying to eat healthier, now not all of us are. Some of us should be, right? But Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. Green Chef has the freshest produce. Seriously, I love their produce. Premium proteins, organic ingredients you can trust delivered right to your door. They have 24 always changing recipes to choose from every week, so you never get bored. If you're following, let's say, a vegan or Mediterranean gluten-free diet like JD or my brother-in-law is, or if you just want to have delicious balanced dishes, Green Chef has all the flavorful, feel-good recipes to satisfy the entire family. And I love going on walks in my neighborhood because I'll look on everybody's doorsteps and I'll see those Green Chef boxes.
Yeah, we see them all the time.
All the time. Yeah. I think busy families especially love Green Chef's fast and fit options because they're fresh, delicious, calorie-conscious recipes that are ready in under like 25 minutes or less. Pre-made sauces, pre-prepped ingredients really give you a head start on cooking. And in our recent delivery, I love the harissa spiced shrimp with cauliflower, red bell pepper, chermoula sauce with a side of slaw and currants. So delicious.
Ooh,
if you're
good.
Watching on our YouTube channel, you can see the big recipe cards you get. It's got a list of all the supplies you'll need before you get cooking. So you're ready. Like this one, you needed a medium saute pan, a baking sheet, mixing bowls, thermometers, stuff like that. And the pictures show you what your food should look like throughout the prepping and cooking process and how to plate it beautifully. And if you get a big notebook, you can keep all these Green Chef recipes and make them again and again because they're going to be your family's favorites.
And you can go to greenchef.com/sandwich130 and use code sandwich130. That's 130 to get $130 off.
What?
Free shipping. Yes, 130 off, babe.
I hope our neighbors ordered from our code.
Yes.
So save money.
Again, go to greenchef.com/sandwich130 and use code sandwich130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
Thank you, Green Chef, for delicious goodness delivered to our door.
We have Court TV on in silent mode here in the auditorium. And I just saw they're playing the replays now.
Highlights from today's court proceedings.
They have the hand doctor. If I was an orthopedic surgeon, a hand doctor, I would call my practice Hello Hand Orthopedic Surgery.
I wonder how busy you'd be.
Well, I might be by myself a lot, so I'd be really busy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. My plastic surgeon that did my boobs, my mommy makeover, he was a hand specialist. That was his specialty.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if anybody gets like attacked by a dog or those Brazilian steakhouses, when they walk around and just slice off the beef, sometimes they miss. He does a lot.
What?
Yes. He does a lot of hands. That's his specialty.
I'm
not joking. Why would I make that up?
Do people get injured doing that a lot?
It happens. I cut my finger. I still have a little scar on my middle finger because the chef was busy one night when I worked at JB Winberry's and I had to prep.
JB Winberry's?
Yes, it was in Georgia. Nobody ever ordered fondue, ever. And I don't know why they kept it on the menu, but one bozo decided to order fondue and nobody could cut the apples. So I had to do it myself and I ended up slicing my finger open.
Yeah, this is the first time since I've known you've uttered the words JB Winberry. Can you explain to your husband what all that means? What is that?
JB Winberry's was the name of a restaurant chain. I don't even know if they have them anymore.
I thought it was the other one you worked
I worked at Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah, Ruby Tuesdays.
And then the guy loved, his name was Jason Whitmire. I have no idea where he ended up, but he went over to JB Winberry's and I followed him.
Really?
Yeah, I loved him.
Would you follow me wherever I go?
Yeah.
Babe,
Where do you want to go?
Why do you say it like
Where do
that?
you want to go? And will I have to be on the back of a motorcycle?
No, I'm not going anywhere.
But anyway,
Maybe to
yeah,
Sturgis. You want to follow me to
JB
Sturgis?
maybe. JB Winberry's is where I waited on one of the Jackson brothers. It was it wasn't was it Marlon Jackson? It was. I have to look. I could remember. He was one of that had the solo career, and he came in with these beautiful children. They had beautiful golden long curly hair that waved down past their shoulders to the middle of their backs. And I said, "Oh, what beautiful girls!" He said, "They're boys." Yeah.
Ooh.
They had the most long, beautiful curls. I thought they were little girls.
Did you go? Ooh,
I said, sorry. And then when he left, I kept his straw. I don't know why. I kept his straw for a while because he was famous. And I was like, why am I? And then one day I just threw it away. I'm like, why am I keeping his straw?
That's kind of weird.
He was famous.
I have a napkin that Emmett Smith, Daryl Johnston, and Troy Aikman all touched.
Well, that's because you got them to sign it.
I did.
They didn't actually use it, and you went behind them and picked it up.
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah, that was stupid of me. But I think it was it Marlon Jackson? I'll have to look it up.
Oh, we've been talking a little bit lately about Dallas Mavericks. I think we can probably stick a fork in them now.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit up for Game 4
because they are done. We went down 3-0. And I think Golden State, as much as I despise Golden State, they are getting the broom out of the closet. And I think they're going to just kind of sweep us under the rug this next game. You think?
Yeah.
Think the Mavs should just kind of give it up?
Yeah. It was Jermaine Jackson.
Jermaine, yeah.
I just looked at it. I had to. It was going to bother me.
You met Jermaine Jackson?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
It was Jermaine. All right. And now that I would never rest if I didn't get that off my chest.
The only thing bigger would be if you met LaToya.
Or Michael.
Or
this is when he was still alive.
When Michael was still alive.
Yeah, this was in the early 90s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or Janet. You met Janet, though. You talked to Janet.
Yes, I met Janet. She's just a tad older than I am, but man, I love Janet Jackson. You know, she's one of those girls, her weight fluctuates like all of our weight does. But when I met her, she was doing that Rhythm Nation tour and she worked out nonstop. Her body radiated so much heat. You could feel the heat coming off of her skin from a couple inches away. Yeah, that was really cool.
We are being accused by the live studio audience of having really big thighs because we are always jumping on and jumping off of that Mavericks bandwagon.
Oh, I'm completely 100% a bandwagon jumper. 100%. I admit it. I'm not lying.
Because last night, Emma Kellie said, Mom, when have you been a Mavericks fan? And Kellie says, since they've been winning.
Yeah, since they got to the playoffs and stuff. I'm not going to lie. It's fun when they're winning. But, I mean, honestly, I didn't know anybody that plays. I'm sorry. I know this is very uncommon for people to be bandwagon jumpers.
Okay, before anybody accuses the kid of being a bandwagon jumper, I suffered through multiple 82-game seasons watching freaking Jason Kidd, Jimmy Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, Popeye Jones, and Lorenzo Williams, okay? I watched those guys for 82 games, several years, and they won about 10 games a season, okay? And then I suffered through all that until the Mavs finally got good and had Dirk and then won their championship in 2011. Since then, I will say I haven't really kept up with the Mavs because I didn't think it could get any better than that. Yeah. The Mavs won a championship. Awesome.
Well, maybe they can do it again.
I don't
just
think so.
Not this year.
I don't think it's happening this year.
Not this year.
All right, babe. Well, you got anything else?
No.
You sure?
No, I'm sure.
Anything else regarding the trial?
No, I think we'll have more next podcast. That'll be for sure. Hopefully more interesting witnesses between now and then.
How much do you think Johnny Depp's ties cost?
I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
I bet those son of a guns are custom made. $500 a piece.
I have no idea.
Right.
Or he borrowed them.
No.
One or the other.
All right. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
But you know what? We will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.
Can I type this up? Oh.
Did not jump on the Adele bandwagon.
Can I
I just saw her at the Golden State game and I was like, wow, that's Adele? That's it.
Can I type this up when I get back?
I am being misrepresented. I just didn't realize that was Adele. I'm like, that's Adele? Wow. When did Adele get so hot? It had nothing to do with nothing other than I saw her at the Golden State game. That's it. That's it. Did not jump on the Adele bandwagon. Anna Lou, you're killing me. You are absolutely killing me. You gonna play golf next week, Sam? It'll be about 10,000 degrees. Are you sure? Maybe we just go for a motorcycle ride. That sounds better to me. No, Anna Lou, I didn't say that. I'm being misrepresented. Yeah, Top Golf. I'll do Top Golf. Shade, a cold, frosty beverage, adult beverage. I'll do that. We are a part of a rhythm nation. Mission girl. Yeah, we seen all the people today. We saw Emma Kellie and we saw Ava, and now we see the Zoe. We see the Zoster. Had to give her a brush today, right? You have some knots. You had some knots. You got your knots figured out though. You're a good girl, yes you are. Watching TV? You watching TV? What are you doing? So sweet. Oh, I love you so much. Hey, better, swing. I love you and squeeze you and hug you and call you George. Whoa. All right, guys. Well, got done early, so you got the rest of the night to do more important things. Oh, the Chevelle? Yeah, Wheeze. Yeah, get the Chevelle out. Take a little ride. Maybe I'll take it down to the well, no, I can't drive to the party because then the Chevelle will be stuck there. So I don't know when we could do that. Anna Lou, you are killing me. That's right, Kara. If I drive, I won't take shots. Actually, if I drive, I won't drink. And how much fun would that be? Sin, but you'll be drinking. Hello, Julie's overalls. Yeah, we did an early one. Kelly's got a hashtag sponsor thing to go to. Oh man, I better brush up. I better get a couple of tricks I can do. Thunder. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, have a good night. Justice for Johnny. We will talk to you day after tomorrow. Love you. Bye.